Deep inside, Yue was surprised that she's a special class hunter. He just found out that aside from the core class hunters and subclass hunters, there are also special class hunters. As long as they overcome the limitations of their class, there is an extremely high chance of a highly ranked class emerging. It may be legendary or even mythic. It's also a shame for normal people to overcome this limitation. They can only be reduced to ordinary people who fade out the public's attention. Yen shared that she had already tried over 100 times ever since she had awakened this special class 3 years ago. Yet, she never succeeded. In addition, there is the rule in the other world preventing one from teaming up with someone who is over 10 levels higher than them. She wondered how it is possible for two people who are at best level 10 to defeat the first world's boss. She advised him to leave. You asked her what if he says that it's possible. He told her that he can help her clear the first world. Yen was surprised and hopeful. She grabbed him and asked if he's serious. Inside her head, she admitted that for 3 years, she had always dreamed of shattering that damned class limitation and becoming a hunter revered by masses. She wondered if it's possible. You told her to stop rambling and invited her to clear the world's first mission. In the first world, hunters must first complete world missions to earn the qualifications to challenge the world boss. The first mission is to kill 1,000 monsters. Second is to collect 10 silver coins. Yen got scared upon seeing Yue's power. Within a few hours, he carried Yen through the world's missions. Now, they had finished off 1,000 monsters and had farmed a lot of coins. Yue told her that the prerequisite missions are complete, so they can challenge the boss now. Yen replied that there's no problem with that. Yue asked her what's wrong. Yen expressed that she couldn't understand how a strong person like Yue would take the mission. Yue replied that it's because he's not a typical guy. Internally, Yue finds what he said cringy because in reality he's in dire need of cash. Yen was actually impressed with his answer earlier. The system window appeared containing the details of the first world missions. She tapped yes and was alerted that she had opened the first world. The Origin of Nightmares boss arena. It was a door to Demon's Abyss. Yue asked her if she's ready. They walked inside the door and now they are in the boss arena, Demon's Abyss. They have 1 hour for the boss fight, meaning they have to defeat the boss, Berserk Wild Boar King, within 1 hour. And if they fail to defeat the Berserk Wild Boar King within the time limit or are killed by the Berserk Wild Boar King, the challenge will be deemed as a failure. You gave Yen some potions and items. Yen was surprised that those were resurrection scrolls, instant recall medicine, and many more very expensive high consumables. Yue can easily clear the first world alone, but he's aware that death could happen any time in the other world. He reminded her to always be on guard. He prepared by letting the silver-armored scorpion equip the defensive gear that they got earlier in the Hero Guardian's armor that Liu Yao dropped. He expected the scorpion to tank the boss's attack. Yen heard something. Yue told her that the boss had arrived. It was one mean-looking wild boar. The Berserk Wild Boar King is at level 10 with a physical 2-star boss. This beast is the ruler of the Origin of Nightmares. It guards the passageway of the first world. The Berserk Wild Boar King crushes anyone who tries to break through the Origin of the Nightmares to enter the second world. Yen trembled in fear, but she talked herself out of it. But she recalled that last time they couldn't bear it with a party of dozens of people, and they only have 2 people now. You noticed how Yen might have developed a subconscious fear of the Wild Boar King after too many past failures. You told her to hide somewhere and heal up the silver-armored scorpion. She asked what Yue would do. He replied that he'll be taking care of the pig. As if triggered from the word pig, the wild boar attacks. Yue met its attack with a super fireball. The health of the wild boar was lessened with negative 325. The room was filled with smoke. The wild boar looked like it got angrier. Yue commented that boss monster's sturdiness is nothing to scoff at. The monster roared loudly. It attacked again, but the scorpion blocked it off. Its feet did on the ground, causing some parts of it to shatter. Then Yue used consecutive firing fireballs. The wild boar wasn't able to avoid that. No matter how sturdy it is, as long as the silver-armored scorpion can withstand its attack, UA has an advantage. The boss monster used wild charges. It threw the silver-armored scorpion backwards. The boss monster roared loudly. Yua knew that this fight wasn't that simple. Now the boss monster went on a rampage. Yen yelled for Yue to dodge. The silver-armored scorpion braced itself, but Yui just stood there, waiting for the perfect opportunity. He watched the boss monster as it charged towards him. The berserk wild bar king is almost at Yu's face. He found the right timing. It was time to use super icicle. The berserk wild bar king was covered in ice. Yen was surprised and worried since a low-star boss like that has a 50% tenacity naturally, so its frozen status won't last for too long. The boss monster roared loudly. The boss monster was enraged, and usually it will trigger the death stomp. The armored scorpion blocked its way as it charged towards Yue. You decided to add more vitality to the armored scorpion. Yen agreed. She did what they had spoken about, and then she noticed that even with the added vitality, the armored scorpion won't be able to hold on for much longer. They needed a stronger attack that could deal much greater damage. Yue told her that it won't be long. He just needs her to buy some time for him, and that's more than enough. He used Icicle Fire Dance. The berserk wild boar king crashed on the large ice, and it roared loudly. Even if it's a level 10 2-star wild boar king, it won't be able to withstand a 2-star gold equipment and a mythic class's constant barrage. Round sphere floats in the air, and Yue has been enveloped in a golden glow. He used a combo skill, Fireball, to the boss monster. Yen was amazed since she had never seen anyone utilize those two skills that skillfully before. The boss monster halts and it dropped dead. A notification window appeared and congratulated him for defeating the level 10 2-star boss berserk wild boar king. He had received 100% of all rewards like plus 6,000 experience points and ability points 1,000 W. He also obtained plus 12 silver, plus 16 LV2 meet skill book titled Berserk to sacrifice 10% of defense to increase 5% of attack power that lasts for 10 seconds. He decided to leave the skill book for one of her pets. He also received a magic class berserker coat. It's LV10 2-star type gold rank. When the wearer's vitality isn't enough, it will absorb damage for the wearer, utilizing mana to negate the damage inflicted. Every 2 mana, 1 damage will be negated. In addition to that, there's also a Bloodlust Berserker wearing ring. It is a Bloodlust equipment that always regenerates 55 vitalities for each critical hit on an enemy. Yen also received a congratulatory message for breaking through the class restriction of the Calamitous Mage and obtained the Calamitous Body. Now she has evolved into an epic class Taboo Mage.